Hello. We continue today with our reading of the Song of Prayer. We're on chapter 2, Forgiveness, and section 3, which is Forgiveness for Salvation. Forgiveness for salvation has one form and only one. It does not ask for proof of innocence nor pay of any kind. It does not argue nor evaluate the errors that it wants to overlook. It does not offer gifts in treachery nor promise freedom while it asks for death. Would God deceive you? He but asks for trust and willingness to learn how to be free. He gives his teacher to whoever asks and seeks to understand the will of God. His readiness to give lies far beyond your understanding and your simple grasp. Yet he has willed you learn the way to him, and in his willing there is certainty. You child of God, the gifts of God are yours, not by your plans, but by his holy will. His voice will teach you what forgiveness is, and how to give it as he wills it be. Do not then seek to understand what is beyond you yet, but let it be a way to draw you up to where the eyes of Christ become the sight you choose. Give up all else, for there is nothing else. When someone calls for help in any form, he is the one to answer for you. All that you need do is step back and not to interfere. Forgiveness for salvation is his task, and it is he who will respond for you. Do not establish what the form should be that Christ's forgiveness takes. He knows the way to make of every call a help to you, as you arise in haste to go at last unto your Father's house. Now can he make your footsteps sure, your words sincere, not with your own sincerity, but with his own. Let him take charge of how you would forgive, and each occasion then will be to you another step to heaven and to peace. Are you not weary of imprisonment? God did not choose this sorry path for you. What you have chosen can still be undone, for prayer is merciful and God is just. His is a justice he can understand, but you cannot as yet. Still will he give the means to you to learn of him and know at last that condemnation is not real and makes illusions in its evil name. And yet it matters not the form that dreams may seem to take. Illusions are untrue. God's will is truth, and you are one with him in will and purpose. Here all dreams are done. Quote, what should I do for him, your holy son? End quote. Should be the only thing you ever ask when help is needed and forgiveness sought. The form the seeking takes you need not judge, and let it not be you who sets the form in which forgiveness comes to save God's Son. The light of Christ in him is his release, and it is this that answers to his call. Forgive him as the Christ decides you should, and be his eyes through which you look on him and speak for him as well. He knows the need, the question, and the answer. He will say exactly what to do in words that you can understand and you can also use. Do not confuse his function with your own. He is the answer, you the one who hears. And what is it he speaks to you about? About salvation and the gift of peace. About the end of sin and guilt and death. About the role forgiveness has in him. Do you but listen, for he will be heard by anyone who calls upon his name and places his forgiveness in his hands. Forgiveness has been given him to teach, to save it from destruction, and to make the means for separation, sin and death become again the holy gift of God. Prayer is his own right hand, made free to save as true forgiveness is allowed to come from his eternal vigilance and love. Listen and learn and do not judge. It is to God you turn to hear what you should do. His answer will be clear as morning, nor is his forgiveness what you think it is. Still does he know, and that should be enough. Forgiveness has a teacher who will fail in nothing. Rest a while in this. Do not attempt to judge forgiveness, nor to set it in an earthly frame. Let it arise to Christ, who welcomes it as gift to him. He will not leave you comfortless, nor fail to send his angels down to answer you in his own name. He stands beside the door to which forgiveness is the only key. Give it to him to use instead of you, and you will see the door swing silently open upon the shining face of Christ. Behold your brother there beyond the door, the Son of God as he created him. Rightio, that's the end of that section, and I will continue with another one tomorrow. See you later.